pretty much the first of many videos that are going to go on here. I'm going to start a video blog just to kind of help people out who are getting into this industry, who, they're new. They have questions. They don't know everything about the industry. They haven't gone through the time. So, it's quite daunting. It's a very close-knit kind of secret industry, the yachting industry. And until you've got into the trenches and battled through it, you won't really know these answers. So I'll do my best to just kind of give you my point of view. A guy who's traveled the world on yachts, who works on yachts almost every day, and I'm obsessed. So I think I have the grounds to at least give you a little bit of an idea in the right direction to where you want to go. So in this one, we're going to talk about where do you find jobs. So there's a lot of different avenues. The best avenue, I could say, is if you know somebody. So maybe you have an uncle or you have a brother or an old friend who's in the industry. They're probably the most likely to be able to hook you up because a lot of the industry is word of mouth. Somebody will know this guy who's looking for a deckhand or a stewardess, and they can vouch for you because, they know you. Whereas they're going to have to look through handfuls and handfuls of resumes and just kind of have to take a pick on the experience stated on the resume, the willingness to the amount of courses they have to beef up the resume, or intuition. They feel like, okay, this guy is the guy. He plays the part. He looks good, or she looks good. She's fits into the role for what we're looking for. So if you don't have the word of mouth aspect, then you're going to have to do a little bit more work. You're going to have to do what, like I've had to do, or most have had to do, is go to the crew agents. So crew agents are these businesses set up to help crew find jobs. So basically, you go there with your resume, with your education level of whatever courses. Hopefully you've taken the safety courses, SCCW, you've taken ENG1, your medical certificate, because they're going to already want this. Security awareness. Hopefully you've taken the Yacht University course, yachtuniversity.com, where you can learn everything you need to know about getting into the industry. But beyond that, you go to the crew agents and you sign up with them. And so all these yachts who are, in need of a crew, or, they just don't know any good candidates around, they go to crew agents, and crew agents find the crew members and then they place them. It's like a job placement kind of thing. And they place them onto the yachts, and then after 6 months of successful service, the crew agent will typically get like a month's salary of the crew member. There's some of them don't work like that, some of them do, but it's kind of typical scenario. So you would go to the crew agent, sign up, and get on the waiting list. And to tell you the truth, it's hard. You got to get on there, you got to go on their website, you got to edit your profile all nice, keep it updated, where's your location, this, that, and the other, and then you got to accept these jobs, and the jobs come through, and then, you get all hyped up, I'm going to get an interview, and then it falls through. So you got to be very patient with the crew agent style of approach. But it definitely should be in your arsenal. So you're going to do that. And then you're also going to do the networking style. So when you go to a hot spot like Fort Lauderdale, like Antibes, like Palma, and like these certain spots where yacht crew flock, or the yachts flock to get repairs and look for crew. When you go to these spots, typically they're going to have these things called networking events, usually hosted by similar companies like Triton, Dock Walk, you name it. There's a couple, Yacht Chandlers, National Marine will host a big party every year, or at least they used to. And basically, in that regard, you go to these networking events. And yeah, it's usually just a party, free liquor half the time, free food. And you get in there, and sometimes you get a little fancy name tag, and you begin, networking, and you start meeting people, and you start, hopefully you have a couple business cards on hand that you can give out while you're there. Hopefully you have your phone so you can take down some numbers, and you go out there and you mingle, and you just start meeting people and start getting your name out there, and, really working at it. So that's another avenue. Another avenue is a great little website that I like to call Daywork123. So that is a website where you can go on there and you can apply for jobs, or you can post your resume on there. You can find all the other crew that are doing it as well. And if you actually stay at the crew house that runs Daywork123, which is Neptune's, you will actually get a little pineapple next to your name, which means a step above. Doesn't always mean that, but it means when you have the pineapple, you're on the top of the list with all the other pineapples, believe it or not. And pretty much when you get on the list, people typically look to the top of the page and then they scroll down to the bottom and they go through all the resumes. So you're best to be at the top of the page. And so to get on the top of the pineapple list, you're going to want to, it's a little sneaky trick, you're going to want to sign up for that thing at exactly 12:01 a.m. So yes, you have to stay up or set a timer and get up at 12:01, post that CV, that resume on there, and be the first on the list. That's what I was doing. You want the job, don't be slacking. Don't be sleeping in. You gotta be up 12:01 every day. Put it on there. You want to be top of the list, and there'll be someone that beats you. Trust me. If they're eager, there'll be someone that beats you. So you got that avenue. Then there's the dock walk. So my least favorite, just because you find you're kind of feeling a little demoralized walking the docks. Oh, please, can I have a job? But you have to do it. So you go down to the local docks, the public docks. Don't be breaking in anywhere or hopping any fences or doing anything crazy. But you go down there and you just simply walk the docks and just start some conversations with the crew. Hey, how's it going? The boat's looking really nice. What kind of products do you use? Hey, well, I'm looking for a deckhand position. I have this experience, or, whatever. So that's a good method to doing it, is just by simply going out there and meeting people. And eventually, you do it enough. You meet a few people. One guy says, oh, Jimmy over there, he's looking for a deckhand. Let me give you his number. Before you know it, you got a job. So with that arsenal of all of those, if you can get into that avenue and have all those on your side, you're bound to get a job eventually. It's not going to come right away. A lot of people get discouraged after a week, a month. It's, if you don't have experience, it's going to take a while for people to want you on their boat, because they can't really trust you. They don't know that you put in the time. They don't know that you know what you're talking about. How do they know that you know what port and starboard is, what the bow and the stern is? Meet me at the lazarette. You got to know these terms. And, I always try to help people and give people tips so that when they get onto these boats, they're not looking like a numpty. They actually know what they're talking about when they get on there, and they can understand what the other crew are talking about. So you can find a lot more on this if you go to yachtuniversity.com. You can find all the different lists of terminology, all the different hotspots you can go to for networking events, all the different bars you can go to that are classic yachty bars in all the different locations. You can learn how to write a resume, how to write a CV. There's just countless. It's countless. Years and years of building this up. So that's yachtycrew.com. And I just want to say, hey, thanks for tuning in, guys. And if you like this, please subscribe below and give me a like. It's your boy. Have fun.